Hi everyone. So we're in half time. Well, I'm in half time right now. I was just thinking that I'm gonna try and go to weekday mass every single day of the half time. God help me. Maybe not Saturdays because Saturday mass. There's just Saturday evening and Sunday mass. But yeah, I'm gonna try to. So I want to share with you guys the homilies from like each mass. So then at least I'm going and I know I'm remembering what's going on and yeah. So I'm gonna read the reading from today's mass, and I'm gonna tell you about the homily, and yeah, whatever the Holy Spirit inspires me. So okay. And whenever I'm looking for like the mass readings for like the day, I always go to EWTN. If you guys don't know, I grew up on this stuff. But yeah, EWTN is just it's like a Catholic. I don't even know if I want to call it network. Let me just call it network because network. Okay, so I'm gonna read the gospel reading because normally the homily is based on the gospel reading. Oh, that's so exciting. Okay, so the gospel reading is from Luke 12, verses 13 to 21. One of the multitude said to him, "Teacher, bid my brother divide the inheritance with me." But he said to him, "Man, who made me a judge or divider over you?" And he said to them, "Take heed, and beware of all covetousness, for a man's life does not consist in the abundance of his possessions." And he told them a parable, saying, "The land of a rich man brought forth plentifully. And he thought to himself, 'What shall I do? For I have nowhere to store my crops.' And he said, 'I will do this. I will pull down my barns and build larger ones, and there I will store all my grain and my goods. And I will say to my soul, Soul, you have ample goods laid up for many years. Take your ease, eat, drink, be merry.' But God said to him, 'Fool, this night your soul is required of you, and the things you have prepared, whose will they be? So is he who lays up treasure for himself and is not rich toward God.'" The word of the Lord, thanks be to God. Okay. So when the priest was saying his homily today, he was basically talking about how we shouldn't prioritize the things of this earth, of this world. We should always store up the treasures with God. Like we should want to live righteously to serve God, not for our own benefit. So then when it comes to the end of the reading and it says, when God replies and he says, "Fool, this night your soul is required of you." It was basically about how like your soul is being called back, so you're basically dying. What are you gonna do now with these treasures? So it's important for us to focus on the fact that soon, not soon, but a time will come where we won't be on this earth anymore. And have we lived righteously enough to merit the righteousness of heaven? Like, have we truly lived to be able to say, yes, the Lord will give me what I have worked for? And it's not even just for that, but of course, life on this planet, on this earth, is great. And we should try to enjoy it to the full because we're here for it. But we should also remember that it's not about material things. We need to serve the Lord always. So yeah, so I think it's just about fixing your eyes on things that are above, which I've talked about before. But yeah. Okay guys, this is day 1. Hi everyone, today is day 2 of the whole homilies in the half term. So today's actually the memorial of St. John Paul II, and I'll be reading the Gospel of today's Mass from Luke 12, verses 35 to 38. It's quite a short Gospel today. "Let your loins be girded and your lamps burning, and be like men who are waiting for their master to come from the marriage feast, so that they may open to him at once when he comes and knocks. Blessed are those servants whom the master finds awake when he comes. Truly, I say to you, he will gird himself and have them sit at a table, and he will come and serve them. If he comes in the second watch or in the third and finds them so, blessed are those servants." So in the homily today, the priest was basically talking about how we should be prepared and ready for when Jesus comes. Like, obviously he's The Holy Spirit is here with us now, but we need to prepare for when Jesus comes. And I think a good way of being prepared is just every single day do everything intentionally. Don't let um don't let the situations of life sway you to do different things. Everything that you do should be intentional, and everything you do should be driven by the Spirit of Christ. And if it isn't, don't do it. Or if it isn't, pray that the Lord inspires you and allows you to be able to really redirect yourself to always serve Him in all that you do. Okay, bye bye. Hi everyone. Day 3 of homilies in the half term. It's a very big while after I was at mass today, but I'll still share the reading of the gospel and what I learned from the homily. In the Catholic Church, like all the readings are like chronological. We end up reading the whole Bible basically. I don't know if you know, like there's Church Year A, Church Year B, and Church Year C, and throughout the course of those 3 years, we read the whole Bible in church. So yeah, I thought that was just something you might want to know. But the gospel of today was from Luke again, chapter 12, verses 39 to 48. It reads, "But know this, that if the householder had known at what hour the thief was coming, he would not have left his house to be broken into. You also must be ready, for the Son of Man is coming at an hour unexpected." Peter said, "Are you telling this parable for us or for all?" And the Lord said, "Who then is the faithful and wise steward, whom his master will set over his household to give them their portion of food at the proper time? Blessed is that servant, whom his master, when he comes, will find so doing. Truly I say to you, he will set him over all his possessions. But if that servant says to himself, 'My master is delayed in coming,' and begins to beat the men servants and the maid servants, and to eat and drink and get drunk, the master of that servant will come on a day when he does not expect him, and at an hour he does not know, and will punish him, and put him with the unfaithful. And that servant, who knew his master's will, but did not make ready or act according to his will, shall receive a severe beating. But he who did not know, and did what deserved a beating, shall receive a light beating. Every one to whom much is given, of him much will be required. And of him to whom men commit much." Hey, this version is very wow. "And of him to whom men commit much, they will demand the more." The word of the Lord. Thanks be to God. Okay, so the homily was basically talking about how we need to use our talents accordingly and serve God with the talents that He'd given us. But I also want to draw upon the fact that it's about we knowing the existence of God means that we have to live according to His word, follow Him, pray to Him, just be good disciples. But those who do not know Him, because they do not know Him, will suffer less, in the sense that their punishment won't be so severe. And this basically draws on the fact that the Lord will only judge us on what we know. So we know we believe in Jesus, we know He exists. So because we know that, that should make us not want to sin. That should make us resist temptation more, really want to live a life of purity. But then again, there are lukewarm Christians. And those lukewarm Christians who know Jesus, who know He exists, who believe in Him, but then choose to live a life of the world, will receive a worse punishment than those who are just living worldly lives and have no idea who Jesus is. So this is just a reminder that knowing who Jesus is means that much is demanded of us. We have to serve Him. We have to live according to His word, even if we don't want to, even if we don't feel like it. It's just our duty to do so, because if we don't, we'll receive the punishment that is, in accordance with that. So yeah. Right. Hello everyone. It's the 4th day of half-term homilies. And today the gospel was again from, of course, Luke chapter 12, from the verse 49 to 53. It reads, I came to cast fire upon the earth, and would that it were already kindled. I have a baptism to be baptized with, and how I am constrained until it is accomplished. Do you think that I have come to give peace on earth? No, I tell you, but rather division. For henceforth in one house there will be 5 divided, 3 against 2, and 2 against 3. They will be divided, father against son, son against father, mother against daughter, and daughter against her mother, mother-in-law against her daughter-in-law, and daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law. The word of the Lord. Thanks be to God. So I don't think the priest did his homily on the gospel, but I'll still share with you guys what he was talking about. He was basically explaining that we are in the new Exodus, and this new Exodus, we are in the new Exodus, and this new Exodus is a journey into heaven. Heaven is our promised land. And the only way in which we are going to get there is by following Christ and allowing him to be our guide. Okay. Now, what did I get from the gospel? The gospel to me is talking about, it's Jesus talking. And I believe what he's saying is that he didn't come to the earth to have us live in comfortability. Like, he didn't come to, I mean, he came to reassure us, but in a different way. I think what he's saying is that he is here to bring out the truth, and the truth is uncomfortable. So when the truth is brought to light, that may cause divisions. But these divisions aren't, it's not for the worst, obviously, if it's him that's causing it. But it's basically just to explain that the truth will set you free, and the truth will bring the things that you didn't know were going on to light. And Jesus does that. So in following him, we are brought to the truth. The truth is revealed to us. And through that, we can truly understand everything that's going on around us. If you guys drew anything from this text that I didn't talk about or that you understood differently, feel free to share in the comments. Okay, bye guys. Hello everyone. Today is the 5th day of half-term homilies. Today the gospel was from 12, from verse 54 to 59. Okay, so he also said to the crowds, when you see a cloud rising in the west, you say at once, a shower is coming, and so it happens. And when you see the south wind blowing, you say, there will be scorching heat, and it happens. You hypocrites, you know how to interpret the appearance of earth and sky, but why do you not know how to interpret the present time? Why do you not judge for yourselves what is right? As you go with your accuser before the magistrate, make an effort to settle with your accuser. And why do you not judge for yourselves what is right? As you go with your accuser before the magistrate, make an effort to settle with him on the way, lest he drag you to the judge. And the judge hands you over to the officer, and the officer puts you in prison. I tell you, you will never go out until you have paid the very last penny. The word of the Lord. Thanks be to God. So in the homily today, the priest was talking about how we need to trust in the Lord's plan. And I don't know if he was making reference to the gospel reading. I think he might have been talking about the first or second reading before. However, he was just saying that we should trust in the Lord's plan and know that, he's in control and his plan will come to pass when it should come to pass. But what I got from this reading is that we often know how to talk and interpret and understand other people's situations, but then when it comes to us, we struggle to, because we refuse to. It's not even like we don't know what is going on, or we don't know what this means. It's just that because it concerns us, we choose to ignore the signs that we are shown, and then we end up falling into sin or getting ourselves into trouble that we didn't need to be in. So, yeah, when you know what's going on in your life, when you are aware of maybe a temptation that is coming, or you know that there's something going on, don't act and don't pretend that you don't see it. Don't be blind to what the Lord is trying to show you. Open your eyes and allow the Holy Spirit to guide you. Even though it's hard, even if you don't want to, know that it's for the greater good, because the Lord's plan will be fulfilled in the end. So yeah, bye guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this little segment. And I pray that the Lord helps us all to make good choices, allowing Him to guide us, that we may live for Him in all things at all times. Even when it's hard, we may choose Him over the sin. We may choose Him over the world. We may prioritize our relationship with Him and know that that is what will save us, nothing else. Okay. Bye, guys. Worship Christ with the best of your